Hello, organized friends. In today's video, I will be sharing a travel vlog of our visit to Mount Rushmore. Hi, my name is Belinda. I'm the founder of Organize and Bless Mom, and I'm back with another creative idea. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notifications so that you will know when a new video is posted. So our trip did start very early. It was close to 5 o'clock in the morning when we had to go to the airport. I'm going to show you later on what I had in my bag. I love to organize my bag when I travel. I did bring my book that I'm currently reading, and we did have to go through Denver International. That's me and my kids there. And then we had to get on a second flight to Rapid City, South Dakota. This was our first time going to the state of South Dakota, but we were very excited to go and finally see Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore has been on my bucket list since I was in elementary school, so it was very exciting to be able to see it in person. So the Rapid City Airport was probably one of the smallest airports we've ever been to. And here's what I had in my bag. I had a magazine, my book, I had my devotional book, my journal, and just some journaling supplies, as well as my planner with all the trackers that I use. So on our first day, we did visit Mount Rushmore. We had a quick breakfast at this great place, and we headed on into the road. It was so beautiful. The landscape is just so pretty. Lots of greenery, lots of mountains, as you can see here. Many trees. So we're usually not used to this many hills here in Texas. We did pass by some just beautiful bridges and some streams. And there were a lot of these little towns that just look like they're out of like a movie set. Really cute little places with a lot of shops. So there is the side view of Mount Rushmore as we were getting close to the entrance. Here's the entrance of Mount Rushmore National Memorial. And it is breathtaking. It is so beautiful to see. There's our family picture my husband took of us, and here's my husband and I there in front of the presidents. The museum had a lot of information of the construction, how tall Mount Rushmore is in comparison to other things, and I really liked this part of the museum where it explained why they chose the 4 presidents they did. Let me let you listen in to an interactive exhibit they had there.
You would measure the model and transfer the dimensions to the mountain using an ancient sculptor's tool called the pointing system. This technique enabled him to take 3-dimensional measurements of the model and transfer that exact information to the mountain. A bar connected to a protractor plate was attached to the top of the model's heads. A corresponding large-scale version of the pointing tool was also attached to the mountaintop.
So one of the areas that I was very impressed with was the cafeteria area. It was very large. It had space inside and outside. It had a lot of different things that you could choose from. It had almost 3 different restaurants in one. It had kind of like a sandwich shop, and then your hamburgers and hot dogs kind of option, and it also had like pizzas and spaghetti, as well as a couple of cold salads and things like that. So it had a great option for everyone. I did like that they had this coffee shop, their own little coffee shop there, and I chose a hot dog, and of course we had to try the famous Thomas Jefferson vanilla ice cream recipe. It was very thick and delicious, and they do charge a little bit more for that ice cream. So Mount Rushmore did have a very large gift shop at the back, and it even had jewelry. I was so surprised. They had a little bit of everything for everyone. On our next stop heading towards Rapid City, we did pass by the National Presidential Wax Museum. It had a great entrance where you could do a speech, and the kids and I had a lot of fun doing our little presidential speech. There was all kinds, well, there were all the presidents were represented in wax, from George Washington to Joe Biden. This is a very educational stop, but also really fun. I thought the wax museum, or the wax statues, were very well done. And you could take a little, it almost looked like a walkie-talkie kind of thing, and you could press the number and it would tell you all kinds of facts about that particular president. So it was great. We had a great time going through this exhibit, and it was, on our way back to town. So we had a great time looking at all the presidents. I had to be very selective. I had so many pictures of this wax museum, but I thought it was really good, especially if you like presidents and all the history that goes with each of them. I thought this one about Bill Clinton was not that well done, but all the rest were pretty good. So our next stop was at the Reptile Gardens. This was still on our way into town. This place had a lot of reptiles, including snakes. I am not very fond of snakes, but my boys do love to see snakes. They also had a lot of alligators and crocodiles. They had this huge one from Australia. They had some exhibits indoors and some outdoors. And we also got to listen in to a talk about some of the snakes. So let you listen to that.
What they're doing is picking up tiny particles from in the air, bringing them into a mouth to a special organ in the upper jaw. It is known as the Jacobson's organ.
So we finished off our first night at downtown Rapid City. We went to eat at this really cool restaurant that used to be an old firehouse, and they had the whole restaurant, themed after, firemen and things like that. They had great food. It was a little hot in there because I think it was pretty hot outside, but the food was great. I had fish and chips, and one of my sons had the roasted chicken, which was very yummy. So the next day we did head on over to the Crazy Horse Memorial. We grabbed a quick breakfast. There's my husband's breakfast and mine. I think I ate the same thing 2 days in a row. It was so delicious. This place was called Perkins. We don't have one of these in Houston. And they had a bakery, and oh my gosh, those baked goods were so good, as well as their food. So here we are going on the road again to the Crazy Horse Memorial. We had to pass by Mount Rushmore one more time, and then you keep on going to go see the Crazy Horse Memorial. There were some of these little towns again that we went through, really cool little towns with a lot of shops. And here we are arriving at the entrance of the Crazy Horse Memorial. It is, I believe, once completed, this memorial will be one of the biggest outdoor memorials that they have. Getting there, we did get to listen to one of music by a Native American, so I'll let you listen into his wonderful flute. So here's our family picture in front of the Crazy Horse Memorial. They had a restaurant and a couple of museums all about Native American culture. Here's a picture of how the memorial will look once it is completed. There was a lot of information also about the founder of the memorial. And this is his old cabin where they used to live, and all the sculptures that he did or that he made for others. They had a really cool just timeline here of how it has changed through the years. We also went into the Native American Cultural and Education Center. It had one of the coolest rooms because this building was made out of like rock. And we went downstairs, and I'm going to show you here in a minute. There is like the walls of this room are rocks, and they had a lot of information on the buffalo and just Native American living and culture. They had a lot of photography about Native Americans. They even had like a boat, all kinds of things. This was a really cool room. Upstairs in the museum, they had, all kinds of artifacts that have to do with Native American culture. I thought one of the coolest things was this teepee, this tent. It was really, really nice. And they had a really beautiful view out of this room looking towards the Crazy Horse Memorial. So on our way back into town, we did stop for some pizza here. We stepped over to across the street to see the biggest Smokey the Bear. While we waited for our table, we did have to wait a long time to eat at this place, but the pizza was pretty good. Here's a little bit of Rapid City. This was our first time in Rapid City, so we were very interested in just how it all looked, as it was our first time in South Dakota. One of the features that we did like about downtown Rapid City was all the statues they have of the presidents. So that was really cool. And then just all the old buildings as well. On our last day, we flew out again out of Rapid City. The airport is super small. I recommend you eat breakfast before you get to the airport because there's not many options there. This is pretty much it. It just has 2 floors, and that's pretty much it. I did do a little bit of journaling at the airport, and here we are arriving to Houston, safely back home. So let me go ahead and share a little bit of the mementos that I brought back. Okay, friends, it is my favorite part, which is the part where I show you everything that I got just to remember my trip. I'm going to start with the magnets. I really like to collect magnets from the places that we go. I think it's a very small souvenir, but it just reminds me of where we have visited every time I go to the refrigerator. So these are the 3 magnets I got, and let me show you the pins here. So I did find in the Denver airport this new to me pin company. It's called the Monda pins, I think, and it is what I was looking in their app. You can collect all kinds of pins from different places in the United States. So they have an app, and they'll give you 2. It says keep 1 and then trade 1. And I thought this one's really cool because the app will tell you, for example, that black bears are like native to Denver or something like that. It had a just information about why they picked that image for that city. All right, so that's one of the ones that I got. And then I got this one for South Dakota. I thought it was really cool because it represents a little bit of the whole state. And this one came with a really cool bag that I got. at Mount Rushmore. It just says Mount Rushmore National Memorial. And this one I thought was really special because it has the year. This was at the gift shop at Mount Rushmore. It said the year, and I wanted to just remember. Sometimes you forget, you know, what year you did the trip. And it says Mount Rushmore, South Dakota. And I had to get like the Mount Rushmore official pin. They also do these, they're like a collection of them. We got something very similar when we went to see the Statue of Liberty. So I thought that was really cool. And then this last one is when we went to see the Crazy Horse Memorial as well. So those are the pins that I collected. So a little bit of unique things that I found was this really cute keychain at the Rapid City Airport. Rapid City is really small airport, like I told you before, but I just thought this keychain was so cute. It has a little, it says emotional package. And then I did find this tea, the Mount Rushmore tea, and it is a tea sampler, blended and packed in the USA, and it has all these different flavors, so I can't wait to try it. And I just thought it was really cool that it was Mount Rushmore tea. So I knew that I wanted to journal about this trip, and so I started to collect some stickers. I purposely bought these stickers at different shops. For example, this one says Black Hills, South Dakota. This one is from the Crazy Horse Memorial. I found this one that I thought was really cool. It says Black Hills and it has a camera. I can't wait to put this guy inside my album for South Dakota. And this one is a Mount Rushmore sticker. Really nice. Has really cool texture on it. This one I just liked its message. It says keep it simple. A little campground there. This one says Black Hills of South Dakota. It says it's waterproof. Just thought it was a cool design, like the bark of a tree. This one has a really cool texture too. Crazy Horse Memorial. It's a circle. I like the circle ones. And then I got some postcards. I love buying postcards because you get like a perspective that you usually don't with your camera, and you get some information on the back as well. I thought this one was really neat because it had like this painted watercolor effect on it, all from the Mount Rushmore gift shop. This one, you know, we got a lot of pictures of the presidents, but this one is a really good shot. And then I got one from the Crazy Horse Memorial as well. Has some information there. Yep. And then I am also keeping the bags. These bags are so cute. Like, let me know in the comments, do you like brown bags? I mean, you could do all kinds of things, you know, store journaling or store, you know, photos. I just want to add those to my album as well. And then I got this one from one of the other gift shops as well. All right, some of the last souvenirs that I'm going to show you is, you know, just a tea that I got at the airport. I just really thought these airplane napkins were super cool. And so I don't know what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to put them somewhere in the album. And then I just was picking up some brochures. You can cut out these maps, and or you know, I think they look really cool if you put them inside your album, so that you remember where you went and the different things you saw. This was a map of the Reptile Gardens. Here's a brochure of the Crazy Horse memorial. Here's another brochure, how to become a member for Mount Rushmore. It has a really cool picture of the guys from 1930. Here's another one from Crazy Horse Memorial with a map. Maps are really cool, you know, because even these really small ones you can cut and make something special. And then here's a map of Rapid City, and I just thought it was really cool, so we can remember where we went. And apart from that, well, I have all the just the ticket stubs and business cards and receipts and airline tickets, all that goodies to also put in my album.
Well, friends, thanks so much for coming to see my video today. Please let me know in the comments if you like this type of video, and if you leave me a like, I would really appreciate it. All right, I'll see you in the next one.